Hey everyone, it's Rambling Hour with Lisa, season 21, episode 4. Oh, right. So why am I late today? As usual, I will explain that in a minute, but I will make sure my sound's working before I explain it and show you. Our internet is not great in this house, so okay, make sure my sound's working. Ew, that's my voice. Okay, so why am I late today, you ask? And I'll see if the light is good as well, because I was about to start and I just wanted to tilt my light a little bit down, and what happens? I'm not even kidding you. This is how big the light is. It broke on the bottom, like plastic snapped in half, because, you know, it's locked, right? So when I'm trying to bend like, it's got a bendy part on it, but I must have put too much pressure on this part when I was trying to bend it. And I wonder where I look good. That doesn't, I watched this thing the other day about, like, is it a filter? And they had the light, like, behind them. And I'm just going to, I know it's backed up, delayed when it's on there. So I just want to see. And then she looked really weird. And then she brought it like this, and it wasn't a filter. She just had really good makeup, which I don't have on right now. So, oh yeah, I see. But it is interesting how lighting can, just like makeup and stuff, can trick the eye. I don't use filters very often, if at all. I mean, I use filters sometimes on actual photos, like the whole photo, but I don't put face filters on. So I can see that you can see all around me my big messy area still. Do you guys think, like, I should take this and like do because it doesn't have these cards in it anymore and stuff, should I do a repaint of that the way I did this box here? Yeah, maybe I should. Hey, okay, so I'm gonna hang this back on its stand, and I'm using my phone stuck to another what do you call it, tripod. So hopefully the light is enough light to, you know, deal with me. And of course I have water, but I just had a sip of pop before I started, so now I have a big, like, if I wasn't on here, well, I am on here and I'm going to do it anyways. Oh no, I think I lost it. Excuse me. No, I like burping. Burping and farting, they're funny. I don't like the smell of farts, but actual farts and burps are funny. And unless you're out at a restaurant or something, which it's inappropriate to do there, but in the house, oh, I like to just let my belches be loud and go. So how is everybody? What's new with you? It's a bit of a down day, just dragging my feet. Still got to get things done. And even at the end of the day, I have to, Erica, still a child, 17. And of course, because they don't teach things in school like home economics anymore, that I don't know if any of our kids know how to sew. I think Thomas might. I just haven't taught the girls either because they've not shown any interest in it either. But I just have to sew her backpack, they call them rucksacks here. But it's like her straps, the bottom strap, like pulled out from in between the seam with this like triangle of material that's in there to keep it stronger. And it's because of the weight she has in her bag, because she carries, I can't say anything because that's how I used to carry a full-size photo album in my backpack when I was younger. My hair, sorry, I had part of it up like this after I had a shower, and so this is kind of dry, but this is still wet, so that's why I keep touching it. It's just bugging me. And I just realized that having the microphone like this, it almost looks like I'm wearing a collar, like a father, like a Catholic priest. But no, this fluffy ball is just my microphone. So the closer I have it to my mouth, the louder I sound. But I was wondering if maybe I should flip it to my string instead of, I don't know if that looks any better or not. I'm wearing my necklace that I got last week. I've been wearing it for a week. Oh, shoot. Yes, I was sitting here doing stuff, and the last thing I was going to do before I started talking to you guys was look over these death books, these journals, which I still haven't done, and I was going to move the table out of the way, so it was just me. Oh, and last week I missed a comment as well, so I need to pay attention for that, and also figure out how to see comments on, like, this, when I'm on here. Oh no, I guess I still am on my own live, so I'm not viewing it like as if I was signed into somebody else's account. So yeah, I can even make changes on here, but I don't know how I can see comments on here. The next 2 Sundays are going to be St. Patrick's Day themed. I think I'll do treats in the kitchen and crafts. I don't know if I'll combine that into one or not, but it'll be St. Patrick's Day themed. So no, I don't know how to do it on here. Hang on, I just thought I got it. If I go to my own Facebook, what is this stuff? Oh, I just accidentally highlight. I don't know. Okay, so if I go to my own Facebook page and I just see it in the, oh, and then if I press comment, and I just see it in the, no, when I press comment, it brings it up to the whole thing, and it doesn't let me comment on it. Or found it, got it. It was this like little tiny little arrow in the bottom corner, so now I'll be able to see if any comments come up. Okay, I'm all set to do nothing. I told you guys, like, there's this rose gold theme with some of my stuff, and I was going to bring the little rose gold tissue box out here to put beside me. And when I brought this plant down from on top of the speaker to the table so you can see a little bit of it. But I have this one that I've had for a while and not used. It says Restore on one side. Restore. And then on the other side, it says, oh, this is actually Kleenex brand as well. And it says, your body, your journey, steps taken, memories made, stop and breathe. Jenny, Mind Volunteer. We're supporting Mind, Kleenex brand tissues. So Mind, I have heard of Mind. We designed this box to act as a little reminder to take a moment for yourself whenever you need it. Because at Kleenex, we believe mental health is just as important as physical health. Every year, 1 in 4 of us will experience a mental health problem. So when you buy a box or pocket pack from our Take a Moment range, we donate to mental health charities. The words on each of our packs has been written by those who have found comfort and support from Mind. This one being Jenny, Mind Volunteer. For every pack sold, Kleenex will donate, a big, I mean, it's more than nothing, 0.01, so like, wait, that's not even, if that's a pound, yeah, so like 1 pence for a minimum donation of 100,000, no, yeah, 100 and, no, how do you say that? 100,000, not just 100,000 pounds, but 100,800 pounds. My brain's not working. With Mind receiving 89%, SAMH 8%, and Inspire 3%. Mind is a registered charity in England and Wales. SAMH is the Scottish Association for Mental Health, Scottish charity, and Inspire is a registered charity in Northern Ireland. Reach out for support at kleenex.co.uk/mind. But I bought these a few years ago, I think, and they've just been sitting in the office. Oh, there's a Scan Me QR code as well. I'm just trying to see if there's a year on here, because they might not have this anymore. But anyways, I liked the box, so that's why I had it. But I need some tissues here, and I used my last box up, so I thought this would be the perfect size, because I sit here all the time, right, when Steve's in his chair and we're watching TV. I forgot to tell you guys what we've been watching. We've been watching The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. We watched Black Rabbit with Jason Bateman. Steve he found it a bit slow, and I still haven't finished watching it, so I could probably do that while I'm sewing after I'm done talking to you guys. And Black Rabbit, what else have we watched? because some of the things we've watched and caught up on. The Rookie is back on, so we're watching the new season of The Rookie. There's a new show with Jason Bateman coming out that I want to watch. It's called DTF Las Vegas or DTF San Diego, something like that. And with Jason Bateman and I don't remember the other guy's name. He was the big guy who was married to Lily Allen and was on Stranger Things. I can't remember his name right now. And so that looks interesting. What else have we been watching? We like watching Motorway Cops and 24 Hours in Police Custody. Silent Witness is a show about like a coroner's office that's been going for over 20 years here, and the new season of that has been on, but I think we watched them all because it's like 6 episodes, but it's 2 episodes a week. Monday 1 hour and Tuesday 1 hour, or Tuesday and Wednesday, whatever. Anyway, but we've watched them all now, so that's how it is here in the UK. Like a lot of programs, their seasons or series, they call them. They don't call them seasons. Their series are only 6 episodes, and then you're like done. But is there anything else? What else have we been watching? I'm trying to picture it now while I'm sitting here looking over my glasses at the TV while I do other stuff here. If I think of something, I'll let you know. So yeah, I haven't been outside this week. I mean, I have been outside to go to the shop for grocery shopping and that kind of stuff. But oh no, I was outside. I did take some pictures outside one of the days. I am trying to enjoy the few little things that are coming up in the spring garden already here in the UK. Oh, hang on. See, I can see a comment there, so I'm going to check the comment here with my glasses. Wait, where did it just go? It's still up there. It's from my Auntie Diane, but it disappeared here. And my glasses are wet from my hair. Wait, where did it go now? Oh, there we go. Do you get Survivor season 50 started? I used to watch Survivor, but I haven't watched it in a long time. So, I'm sure we get Survivor because we get everything, but, I'll see if Steve wants to watch it. Has it been good so far that it started? Okay, what else? I don't know. So, okay, art class was good this week. I'm enjoying it. I could just, honestly, the thing is, like, art class is only, I hate when my hair is flat on top, like when it's wet and flat. I like it more when it's dry and big, like some volume to it. Okay, so I'm enjoying art class, and art class is only 2 hours a week, and I try to get my painting done in class, but and then even if like me and Steve did some other painting a couple days ago or whatever, I've been an artist my whole life, and before responsibilities, I could spend hours and hours and hours doing paintings and stuff now. So it's interesting because some people say like, oh, they ask about some of my better paintings, if I'm going to sell them or everything. And I know that I have an ability to do really good paintings, but some of them take a long time if I put in the effort that I know it requires. So I would love to spend days and hours painting, but the problem is it's the same thing like spending hours and days in the garden, spending hours and days in the kitchen, spending hours and days scrapbooking. Like, I have too many hobbies to get done. You know what I mean? So I kind of just got to bounce around and do a little bit of each instead of a lot of something. But I go through phases anyways. I mean, it's even like when I go in the office and I see my dollhouse that for the elves, like I want to do my miniatures again. I want to finish the grocery. Like it is the plan, right? Finish what I start, but it's like all in the right, like, so, last April when my brother passed away, I haven't done miniature stuff since then. That kind of took the life out of me, and I didn't want to do much for a long while. And I just haven't got back to it since then. Saying that, even the scrapbooking and stuff, I haven't done that since last year either. But I've been organizing my stuff. As you guys know, I collaged this. And so there is things that I do want to do, and I am getting back to it. I've organized. Oh, I was going to show you guys that. So this isn't the first, I didn't just do this, but I updated it. So, okay, I used to have like 3 big like office boxes, like banker's boxes of my stamps, and they're in like sets, like especially those Stamping Up ones. They come in their own like clear container with all the set in it. And so I had other containers that I used for different sets and stuff like that. And they have the name on the side, and I would give them a name if they didn't have one. You know, if I put all the Celestial stuff together, I'd call it Celestial or whatever. And so I had this idea, instead of having to dig through all my stamps, some of them like would come with the, what's a good example to show you? Before, did I photocopy them before? Or did the backs, oh, like the Stamping Up ones, again, they have the sticker that goes on the back of them, right? So I could just scan that in. But let's say, even this page, I stamped those ones there. But I have this is like a catalog of all my stamps. So, but then I took them all apart, and some of these are newer that I haven't used. And so this is the Celestial ones, like sort of like all the space and stuff. And then, but this one here is like cupcakes. So on the top, now this is what I did. Instead of having 3 big boxes, I was organizing all my scrapbooking stuff. So all of my themes are together. So all my autumn stuff is together, but that includes any leaves and trees. Spring, you know, like that would have, well, certain flowers in spring, but a lot of the flowers go in the gardening and flowers one. In summer, like if it was bees or butterflies, like I try to have them in the different categories, right? So now I've like put all the stamps in with the categories too at best. Some of them like will have stamps set. Let's see, what's a good example? So, well, this example here, it came with a Bohemian set, and you can see that it has like a few things, but it has a heart, which could be Bohemian, but the heart might also go with like Valentine's stuff. But you go into here and it tells you, I've written Bohemian box. So if you go to my scrapbooking plastic bin, the one that says Bohemian, you take that off, then you know this set will be in there if you want to find it. But this way you can go through all my stamp sets and find something that you think will work good for a project. And instead of, so here, this has got a butterfly, which, you know, if I cut out a butterfly from a magazine that I would like to scrapbook, I'd put it in with summer stuff. But it has a tulip stamp, which that would be spring, right? But this you would find in the summer box because it's called Garden Whimsy, and it's got a snail, a ladybird or ladybug, and the butterfly. So I put that in the summer one. But if you wanted a stamp of a tulip, then you just look through here, find what you think will work good with your project, and then you don't have to dig through all the stamps. So I updated this because I got some more stamps, which I'll show you. It's hard to like kind of see. They're good enough to like look at, but I didn't realize that's the actual size of the sheets of stamps that I got. They're the kind that go on the plastic blocks, but they're based on, it says slow connection. They're based on postage stuff. So I'm really excited about it. There was 4 of them that I got, and it's for like, oh, was it 5? Oh no, wait, hey, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, because this one's not from this, that one's not the one at the train. That's from a magazine thing. This is the 4th one that came with that set. So anyways, it's because like writing letters now. So I write a letter to someone and then, but I put it into another bigger envelope because I'm adding some stuff to it or whatever. But I like to make that envelope look like it has a little stamp in the corner and then stamp it like a post office would stamp it. So that's why I got more stamps and stuff like that. So I love old fashioned stuff like that too. And I am excited. Oh, I think that's still the same comment. Yeah. I'm excited to do scrapbooking and stamping and everything else. I want to finish my Green Witch, you know, my Green Witch garden, my Green Witch, what am I saying? The Green Witch deck, like, you know, the Oracle cards, the Green Witch deck that I use. And I was doing, because as I said before, when you have a deck of cards, Oracle cards or whatever, you need to get to know each card if you want to work with them more. And so as I was getting to know each card, I was making a little scrapbook like this size, and each, like, doing a page of, like, a scrapbook page kind of with each card, whatever the cards were, like lavender, the moon, and everything else. So I want to finish that because I'm not finished that yet, but I love the way it was turning out. And then on the other side is where I write all the things that the attributes that that card has for me. Anyways, that's me trying to use big words. What I attribute to that card. Yeah, I know what I mean, but sometimes it doesn't want to come out the mouth. Okay, so the mouth hole. What I was going oh, no, my brain is going in different directions. So we were talking about that, scrapbooking, want to get back to that just a little bit here and there, maybe on rainy days, even though I want to get outside more and stuff. Maybe I say, like, if it's raining, then I don't have to feel guilty if I scrapbook a little or whatever. But then there's all the responsibility stuff too, right? Because, you know, we love having our grandson here once a week, Jackson. And we were just saying that because the parents are home now with the baby it's really cool because both parents, even James, gets a couple months off or something so they can both be home with the baby. I just need my nail file because the side of this one is a little bit annoying. So both the parents can be home with the baby. So they really don't need childcare right now, but they are, I think it's good for Jackson to stay in his routine of going to nursery, whatever days he goes to nursery. And then so they said that he doesn't really have to come here, but we want him here. And they said they are happy with him coming here once a week because it's our day with him. That's how we get to know him and spend time with him. So it's not about childcare. It benefits them if they need childcare, but it's more about spending time with him and getting to know him. And eventually with the baby, we'll want him to come over too, whether they're together or separate days or whatever, however it works out. Because by then Jackson will be old enough to be in school or whatever. And so then we might, anyways, it's just time with our grandson. So we don't want to change that. Yes, it's a full day, but it's great. It's already, like, he's going to be 3. So we've really got to know him by just having him one day a week. And he has 3 sets of grandparents. Steve is Amy's dad, but Amy's mom and her husband. So Amy's mom and stepdad, and then us, and then James's parents. So Jackson is very loved and has lots of places to go, but it's nice to have that time with him and get to know him. And so, yeah, we don't want to not have that, even if they are at home. So yay to that. But that's a responsibility day. I know I can't complain because I know I don't work out of the house full time, which is why I put so much effort into the house. But yeah, like grocery shopping and stuff like that. So responsibilities come before fun is what I'm saying. The other thing is, like, I really got to think, like, I was getting excited about planting seedlings and everything else, but if we're going to Canada at the end of May, and depending on how long we're going, if we're going, say, for even 2 weeks, it's not that I can't start whatever I want to start and have the garden that I want to have, because 2 weeks out of months of having a garden is not that bad. It's that everything could die in those 2 weeks. Especially if they're already in the ground, then that's not that bad. But if they're not, then who's taking care of them? Although I want to grow a squash, like spaghetti squash and stuff, so they basically take care of themselves. They should be okay. But yeah, it's just, I don't mind traveling, and if Steve wants to travel, that's fine with me, but I hate leaving my garden, and I'm trying to get the garden more low maintenance so that it can take care of itself more, or that it's easier for other people to take care of it. But at the same time, I love being out there, and I don't mind if it's a little bit high maintenance if I get to be home, if we're not traveling. And then there's, like, applying for permanent residency here, because it's been like 10 years that we've been here. But as soon as I do the application, not only do we, whether I apply for permanent residency or we redo our visas in November when they expire, either way, we've got to pay again, and I have to submit my passport, or like all of us, the girls and me. So I can't travel if I submit my passport. So if we're going in May, I can't apply for permanent residency till after that. Yeah, thinking out loud. So, and I probably should tell my family as well that I'm coming that we're planning on coming to Canada in May, at the end of May, just me and Steve for my niece's graduation. I mean, Auntie Diane's watching. If she's still watching, she'll have heard. But we didn't really say it in the group because me and Steve did talk about it, but then we haven't booked anything or anything. But yeah, we do want to go back. So should probably and I think Thomas is coming with us as well. So, and his friend Cole. So I guess if we've made plans, I should probably let my family know, especially for them to be able to put us up somewhere if people are staying at my mom's house already or what the plans are. It's too bad that my brother's not around because Thomas never got to meet him. But no, I'm not crying. My nose is running, but I am still sad about my brother. I'll always be sad about my brother. Even if he is in my dreams and stuff like that. Even though I know there's an afterlife. I saw another friend who posted today about a friend who passed away. Oh, I found out too that I used to work at Boston Pizza. Well, I did used to work at Boston Pizza, but that's not where. I used to work at, my cousin, Christine says hello. Hello, Christine. She lives in Grand Prairie, which is what I'm speaking about. When I lived in Grand Prairie, I worked at Booster Juice. That's actually where I met my biological daughter's dad. I was in my early 20s. I was living with my Auntie Joan and Auntie Dan lives there too. Yes, I'm excited you're coming. Would love to have a family get together. Okay, well, it's the end of May, Auntie Dan, so we'll talk about it after and I will tell my family. So when I worked at Booster Juice, there was a group of us that just had fun, worked together, loved working, and it was a good group of people that we had there. And one of the girls that I worked with, around the same age as me, her name was Corey Beth. She was really Christian, but lovely. One of the nicest people I ever met. I couldn't say a bad thing about her, but she was still just as much, even though she's very traditionally Christian, she was just as much fun as the rest of us. She fit in, we all fit in together, even though we're all different. And yeah, I have nothing negative to say about Corey Beth. I think it was December 4th, there was an accident, just outside of Grand Prairie. I can't remember what highway it was on now, but it was I think it was a pickup truck who was trying to pass a semi or a lorry, and it went head on into an SUV that was carrying a mom and her two kids. The mom was Corey Beth, who died. Both kids survived and had injuries and are luckily have physically almost fully recovered. Well, the daughter has broken legs and the son had, was it his arm and his eye? He had surgery. So they're all right though. The kids are all right, but Corey Beth had 7 kids. So she left behind a husband and 7 kids ranging in age 6 to 18. It was the 2 youngest that were in the car with her with that accident. So if you live in Grand Prairie, you might have heard about that accident, that really bad accident that killed a mother and injured her 2 kids on December 4th. She lived somewhere near Sexsmith, but I can't remember where the accident was. I think the accident was more near Valley View. Anyways, very sad, but that was my friend Corey Beth that I worked with at Booster Juice. And when I found out that she had passed away, it was just another one of those, the good ones go early, and she was only 46. It was just a few days after her 46th birthday, and how horrific and sad. And yeah, it's just another reminder, we just don't know when we're going to go. So I know that I'm going to do the death questions, the death planning and all that stuff. But I also thought that if I'm going to do the planning, our funerals, our death questions and everything every week, then maybe I should have something positive as well. So let me just check these comments and I'll tell you what the positive thing is that we're going to make into a segment every week. So Enchdan says, oh no, I read that already. No, okay, no more comments. So let me have a little bit of a sip of water. And then let me tell you about something tastes dusty in there, but it's fresh water from the fridge and ice cubes from the fridge. I don't know. So, and I washed the glass yesterday or the day before. So we will do the death stuff, but I'll do the death question thing now, and then we will. So I didn't these are the ones that I showed you guys before that I bought, right? F, I'm dead, what, now what? End of life planner and journal. And this one that has the like you can put a photo in there, and I'm dead, now what? My end of life planner. So I haven't reviewed them to tell you guys yet which one is better. I have mine that I write my stuff in, and we did question 1 and 2 already. Now we have question 3, which is, oh, did this get wet at some point? Question number 3, who would you like as your executor, trustee, power of attorney? Please make sure to confirm. Those are 3 separate things as well. Executor, trustee, power of attorney. Please make sure to confirm with them that they would be comfortable in this position. Also, think of alternatives in case your first choice is unable to perform their duties. So that's the number 3 question. And let's take something out of the death deck and see what our question is out of the death deck as well. A lively game of surprising conversations. I think I need to play some other board games with my family before we start with the death deck. Okay, timing wise, what would be the best way to die? A, instantly without warning or pain. B, within 3 months of a diagnosis, uncomfortable but able to do a few last things. C, after a year of terminal illness, in pain, but time for my family and me to prepare. So you guys can answer, I don't know. I don't know. I think that going instantly would probably be the best way to go. And I'm already comfortable with it. If I do go, I'll be sad, but I can see, and that's why we're doing all this stuff. So the more of this stuff I have in order, then the easier it will be to go when I have it. But if you don't have this stuff in order, there would be people who might say B or C, depending on how long it would take them to get their stuff in order. But I don't think any of us really want to live in pain. But the thing about getting a diagnosis and dying slowly is that if you haven't learned your life lessons, if you're not in a good place in life, it gives you time to really think about what you've done with your life. So instead of getting to a point like that, even though we might, how about like think about it right now? If you were diagnosed with something and you had 6 months or a year to live, what things would you put in order right now? What things would you do right now without being in pain and sick? So, all right. So the positive that's going to go with the negative is gratitude. I want you guys, if you're, oops, I keep thinking the garbage is right there, but it's actually a bag of stuff that I have, and I just put one of my hairs that was on my sleeve into the bag instead of the bin. So I want you guys to, if you're watching this now live, write 5 things that you're grateful for today in the comments. If today is just begun for you, basically, and you don't have anything, then give me 5 things that you were grateful for yesterday. So that can be as easy as a nice piece of toast. The fact that the sun was shining. Let me think. Okay, so for me today, the day's almost done. What are the 5 things I'm grateful for? I'm grateful that I didn't have any pressing responsibilities today and I could catch up on some things that I wanted to get done, as well as the fact that it was a down day, so I could just sit and chill. Is that 2 things? Not chill, but get things done by sitting down and getting things done instead of having to, move around, clean, do other things. 2, I had jalapeno cheese bites. So they were really yummy, not healthy, but yummy. So I appreciate that. Number 3, I have a happy, lovely family that is home, and even though I'd like more time alone in an empty house, I appreciate and love the people that I call family, and seeing them and having positive interactions with them in the house, which I've had today with all of the ones that are at home right now, including my lovely husband, Steve. Well, he's gone now, but he was home today. And 4, I am grateful that I am able to paint the way that I can, that I am able to do the art that I can, because there's lots of things that I'm not good at, but some things I'm good at. And I'm looking at the picture across the room because I have the St. Patrick's Day stuff out, and I'll show you guys the next 2 weeks. but I've shown you before. It's the one that I painted of my dad as a leprechaun, and it's one of my best paintings, and I should get some prints made of it. But I'm just glad that I have the talent that I have. And number 5, I'm glad that I get to do my live, that besides my light breaking, everything else has worked out, and that you guys are tuning in to watch this. So those are 5 things that I'm grateful for today. And then if you think about 5 things that you're grateful for today, then this you don't have to write in the comments, but you can have your journal, or you can even just think about them or tell the person next to you, if you know, or whatever. Just, I want you to think about 5 things that you're grateful for in the last week. And then maybe 5 things that you're grateful for in the last month, 5 things that you're grateful for in the last year. So if I thought about 5 things that I'm grateful for in the last year, it would be, so I'm glad that I got to spend time with my family, and I got to go back to Canada. That's in the last year. Family and friends in Canada. And then when they came over to Ireland, and my mom stayed here. So that's definitely a big one. I'm grateful for the grandsons that we have, and the new grandson. And 1, 2, what else? So 3 more things that I'm grateful for in the last year. Well, my brother passed away in the last year, and I'm not grateful that he passed away, but I am grateful for the people who came together and loved him and had a good end of life celebration for him, 2 of them actually, and the love that I see between the people who loved him and that we, like our families, and how we're just there for each other. And it makes me feel good about when I go, that I know that I'm not my brother and my brother is not me. So it'll be some different people and it'll be different, but it's so good to see how much somebody's loved and to know that they had all those people there for them. And so that's a good thing. Number 4, I would say celebrating 8 years of marriage with Steve. And it's almost going to be 12 years that we've been together. And not only that, but not only is it my longest relationship I've ever had, but that we're happy. That, you know, that's the thing. You can tell people you're married, but are you happily married? And number 5, in the last year, I'd have to say I didn't get the greenhouse in the last year, but I'm still really grateful for the greenhouse and my garden and everything else. So I'm excited to spend more time out there, especially now that the sun's been peeking out once in a while. But again, it's a balance. I can't just be outside, because when the sun's shining, I have to get the stuff done that has to be done as well. So yeah, that is, we'll do the negative things like planning and stuff like that, and we'll do the positives as well. So I want you to do that too. Think about what you're grateful for. I think it's raining. I just heard some noise outside, so. Oh yeah, I showed you guys this already, that I'm using this Wesco Use It or Lose It. This is from my dad's work from a long time ago, and it's just, well, like it's the calendars inside are like 2007 to 2010, I think, and it's just, what are these called? Post-it notes? Sticky notes? Yeah, I think they're called sticky notes because Post-it is the brand that made them, but now because other companies can make them, it's called sticky notes. So, not much else to tell ya. I don't think I have anything else on my desk that I was going to show you. I did bring out the Woodland Warden cards off my desk in the office in case you guys want me to do a card pull for the day, for the week. And yeah, there's not much else here. I know that my first batch of letters that I posted, people are getting my letters, but I'm frustrated too because I haven't had time to write to everybody that I want to write to. So then I know my friend Meg posted that she got my letter, which is great. But then it's like, I don't want other people to feel left out or lonely who I'm planning on writing to. So they'll get theirs as well. Some of them I've already written to and some of them I haven't written to. So I need to keep writing my letters to people too. So, Auntie Diane says I keep putting my glasses on my head and then my hair makes them fogged up. So Auntie Diane says her 5 things that she's grateful for is 1, her husband always there for, she says, my husband always there for me. which is my Uncle Arthur, my dad's brother. So our house. 3, my health other than my bad knee, which isn't bad. I mean, a bad knee is annoying, but if that's the only health injury you have or whatever, that's not too bad. Number 4, my job, so I can bring in a good income. Absolutely. It's nice that you can have a job that brings in a decent income, because some people work at a job they hate and it's not even covering the things that they need. So it's good to have a job that you like and that it pays the bills. And even to have a job, because some people have trouble even finding a job. Or some people don't have the abilities to keep a job or whatever. And number 5, grateful spring is right around the corner. 20 more days. Well, if you go by the equinox, then it's 20 more days till spring. Or if you go by March 1st, like March, April, May, that's how I do it. Just like March, April, May is spring. But I know what you mean. It doesn't even matter what day you say spring is. It's that the weather is changing. And I can't believe how much snow they had in Canada. And I think especially in the territories, in the Maritimes, in St. John's, they had a lot. And there was a lot of snow just like in the last week or whatever. So, another reason that it's a down day, and I know we didn't really talk about this, and I know the war is still going on in Ukraine, and there's there's people dying all over the world, but just the state of the world, I've been a bit sad about America, since I found out yesterday, America, not invading, what's the word I'm looking for? Dropping bombs, attacking Iran. And yes, it would be nice to take dictators out of power in different countries and help our fellow citizens of the world. But no, I don't think attacking them and killing them, and including, I don't think anybody deserves to die that way. Good, bad, indifferent. And then obviously not civilians and stuff who. So I'm glad in a way that there might be positive change, that the regime in Iran, that's been oppressing them for so long will be over, hopefully. But sadly, sometimes even if you take out the dictator, there's such a, not team, but there's the whole institution behind them that's been running that way. So it doesn't mean that they might not just put somebody else in power and it stays like that. I hope there'll be positive change from this, but I'm sad because people had to die, and because people like Donald Trump and other leaders and dictators think it's okay. What was I watching? I can't remember what I was watching, but it was even whether it's a small gang or it's whatever, and people who don't have the sense that these lives matter, and they can just take out, so their gang doesn't have what they want, so they'll just kill a couple people, and then things are better, and then that gang will kill a couple people, and it's all so whether it's on a scale like that, or it's countries invading others and just killing a bunch of people, it's not okay. It is not the way to solve problems. Unfortunately, people who don't have empathy, like sociopaths, and people who are conditioned to believe that violence can be an answer, or that this is, it's even more sad when the people aren't actually sociopaths, but they actually believe that this is the only way that things can be done. Even watching the thing about the dictator, I don't remember his name, but the guy who was in charge for the last however many years in 3 decades at least in Iran. He was they were showing his reign, and he was saying about taking out their own civilians, and that this needed to be done, people who were going against the regime or whatever. And to actually believe that it's okay to just kill people because they don't believe what you believe, or they're not doing what you think they should do, is absolutely absurd. Especially, like I said, if you're a sociopath, I'm not saying that I just totally forgive it, but if you're a sociopath and you can't feel empathy, there's a reason that you don't understand why this would be as devastating to someone who does have empathy. But if you are a person with empathy, but you've just been conditioned, like, it's even more heartbreaking, because it's like, where did you ever, who instilled in you to think that life wasn't valuable? And all you got to do is treat other people how you want to be treated. Like, simply think about, if you were in this situation, would you want to die? Would you want to be injured? Would you want to be even punched in the face? Like, how about we just treat each other the way we want to be treated? That's it. And even if you don't have empathy, why, like, people, sociopaths, do they not have logic? Like, if you can't think with feelings, can you not think with logic? Like, if this is said that this is right and this is wrong, then I probably shouldn't do the thing that they say is wrong, because it has consequences. Or I don't know. And I know they say you shouldn't even try and think of like how a serial killer thinks or whatever, because you won't understand it, because they don't think the same as us. But I'm just heartbroken over more war, more death. Losing my brother in an accident devastated my heart. When I listen to these podcasts of loved ones being murdered by serial killers, or by partners, or by whatever, and then, or drunk drivers, or like now war, just that many people being, and then it's not even just the people who die because of the attacks, but all the people who are injured. There is this artist that just passed away here, well-known artist in Manchester. I can't remember his name, but he paints all these paintings of people. Oh, they're called what are they called? The something paintings. Dang, I can't remember. But all these people, and some of the people are like amputees and everything, because he painted a lot after the war, the Second World War, and he captured the people who were walking around, and he wanted to show that like there were so many people who were crippled and stuff like that. And it's that too, like, when the attacks happen, it's not just the people who die, it's all the people who have to live with the injuries, the mental anguish, the family members that they lost. There's like so much negativity to it, and it's really hard to walk around feeling happy when you know that so many people right now in the world are going through things that are unnecessary. And if there is a natural disaster, you can understand that things are going to happen. But when you know that one guy or a few guys made a decision to go and kill people, that just boggles the mind. How about we do a card reading? And I don't even know what time we're at. Let me check. And then I gotta do stuff that I don't want to do, like sew a bag. And then I gotta do stuff. Hang on, I don't want to hear that. Okay, we're at 47 minutes, so card pull should be good. Sorry to be a Debbie Downer. Let me just check again now that I know how to check for comments. Nope, Auntie Diane's great gratitude things. Okay, cards. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I was just looking at the pretty back of them. Woodland Wardens. Okay, so Woodland. No, these are. Oh, there's other ones I have in the office that they're like animals that I lent to my friend Zena that she brought back to me at painting last week, and they were on my desk too. Wait, I don't want to look at what the cards are, but I like to keep them the same way. Oops, I'm doing them the way that I'm looking at them. Hang on, one more time. Do you know how long it took me to learn to shuffle like that? Oops. And then when they're this big, it's even harder. But my grandma played cards like every day, basically, and she lived with us. But yeah, it took me forever to be able to do card shuffling like that. Do you remember like when you were a kid and the only way you could shuffle was like this? Which is fine. It still works, right? So, ready, spaghetti. Let's cut them there, there, and there. Okay, ready? So, we'll do the 3-card spread. We can do past, present, future if that's what you want. I'll get the book out too, because we can go by the book, because I haven't really worked with these cards, but I'll let you know if I get anything from the cards, like using my intuition and stuff. We're going to take the top card of these 3 piles. Can you see? My bag is in the way. Okay. Move this stuff, all my stuff out of the way. I shed hair everywhere. Okay, ready and past. Oh, we've had that before. The Mouse and the Buttercup. Innocence. So it is card 0. We might have even had this one. I don't know if it was our past card or not. I have to look up when. I know we've had it, but I don't know where it fell into it. And nope. What am I suggested spreads? No, where are we? I'm trying to get to the actual cards. I haven't even looked at all the cards to know what's in this deck. Okay, the Mouse and the Buttercup, meaning innocence. Like the Fool in the tarot deck, the Mouse and Buttercup is numbered 0. Both cards mark the start of a journey, and both remind us that we have much to learn. So the Fool in the tarot deck, the traditional tarot deck, the Fool is on the Fool's journey, like, of life, right? And that's what they're talking about. The start of a journey, and both remind us that we have much to learn. Mice are grounded and innocent, yet anyone who has dealt with a mouse in their house knows they are determined and highly adaptable. The mouse is paired with the humble buttercup, a symbol of childhood innocence. Have you ever held a buttercup under your chin? According to centuries-old children's game, if the reflection of the flower glows yellow on your skin, it reveals that you like butter. If the card is upright, which they will be because that's how I do my cards, you may be embarking on a journey or starting down a new path. Remember that innocence and a lack of understanding are not negative qualities. Instead, they remind us of our capacity for growth, adaptability, and learning. So that is our past childhood. That's where I'm going with this card. Innocence, thinking of my childhood. And, we were talking about the innocence of all children and what's happening with the wars and everything else. So we'll see what our other cards are. It's not reverse, which means that it comes out of the deck that way. Some people will do a reverse reading, as I've told you guys before, so I'm going to read the reverse anyways. And then this deck is really good because it gives you journal prompts as well. So you can write okay, so I'll tell you the journal prompts after as well. So if it's reverse, you may be unprepared for what you undertake. Consider how you might adapt and learn to better lay the groundwork for future endeavors. Okay, so the journal prompts are, what do I hope to learn on this new path? What potential dangers should I look out for? Okay, second is our present, where we are right now. It is oh no, is that an L and an I? It might be 2 I's, so number 2. The quail and gooseberry. Anticipation. Or I can't tell if that's an L and an I or 2 I's. Let me just see what card number 2 is. No, 2 is the spider and the passion flower. So an L. There's not more than 100 cards. What's an L? 10 is X. Oh, L, is that? Hang on. L-I. The quail and the gooseberry. L. Let's see what comes before L. What's an L? 20. That's 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 is 3 X's. So is 40 an L? 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. No, 40 is... Oh, 40 is XL. So L means like 3 X's. So if that's 40, then 41 is XLI. XLIX. So 41X is 1 less than 5. No, 1 less than 10. So 9. So XL1X is 49. Did I say? Yeah, 40 is XL. So 49. So what was our card? LI. I have no idea. I've lost it now. L-I. Yeah, I know you guys can look it up and find out what an L is really quickly with your, I used to know all the way up to 100 with Roman numerals. L-I, the quail and gooseberry. So seeing there's, I don't even know how many cards there are in this deck. 52. So, oh yeah, so if XL is 40, that means 10. So L is 50. So, because that means L, 50, minus the number in front of it, 10, is 40. And then 60 would be the 50, which is L, with an X after it. So it's L, 50, plus 10. So 60. Oh, there's only 52 cards. Yeah, I got it now. So L is 50, and LI is 51. And then there should only be one more card after that, which will be 52, LII. Oh no, because there's 0. I was like, there's no LII. This is the last card. So we had the first card and the last card, but the first card is 0. So that's why we end on 51. The quail and gooseberry, which is our present. Sorry, guys. Anticipation for me to get on with it, right? Fresh gooseberries are a tempting treat, but pick them without care and you might hurt yourself. Gooseberry bushes are loaded with thorns, meant to protect the delicate fruit within. Similarly, the quail anticipates danger by hiding among low-growing vegetation. From its obscured perch, it keeps careful watch, monitoring for predators. Upright, the event or outcome you've anticipated is about to occur. Take advantage of your foreknowledge, preparing for what's to come. If it's reverse, you've made a mistake that has put you in danger. Use this experience to better guard against the outcome in the future, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so if we're talking, like we were talking about the war in the world of the state of the world right now, so the event or outcome you've anticipated is about to occur. Take advantage of your foreknowledge, preparing for what's to come. And your journal prompts, am I often surprised or caught off guard by how things turn out? No. I usually am pretty good at knowing what's going to happen or how it's going to turn out. How can I balance vigilance with a healthy openness to risk? I don't know. But let's go to our future. A horsey. The horse and bluebell. Modest fortitude. And now I know XL is 40 and IX is 9. So 49. Oh, did I show you guys the quail and the gooseberry? I'll show them all to you after closer as well. Because then we'll look. Okay, so the horse and the bluebell, which, here's a fun fact for you. These ones are curving over. So here in the UK, if you have bluebells in your garden and the whole thing kind of curves like that, those are English bluebells. They're good. If the bluebells kind of stay straight up like that and with the flowers, even if they're white or pink or bluebells, the ones that stay straight up are Spanish bluebells. They were brought over here and they're invasive. So you don't want those in your garden and you don't want to buy any of the Spanish bluebells. Sorry, there's, L is 50. Auntie Diane said that. Thanks, Auntie. So the horse and the bluebell, modest fortitude. Okay. So I said that was card 49 and there's only 51. So here we go. The horse and bluebell. Modest fortitude. Its downcast blooms cause the bluebell to bow gently as at its stem, symbolizing modesty. In contrast, the horse is a striking creature, proud and muscular, able to bear great loads and travel long distances. It is known for its superior strength and stamina. Taken together, the horse and bluebell remind us that the greatest feats are the result of much humble practice. Upright, work quietly and consistently. The time to shine will present itself in the future. For now, focus on your process rather than its reward. If it's reverse, your yoke has grown heavy. Remember why you began on your journey. If the reason is worthy, continue pushing. Your efforts will make you stronger. And the journaling prompts, am I too focused on earning praise and not focused enough on the substance of my work? And when is it worthwhile to push through adversity? And when is it better to rest? So that's our future card. And I will think about these more with what's going on in the world and how I'm feeling about it. And like I said, this reading was just as much for me as it is for you guys, but we'll take away different things from them. So I'm going to show you guys the cards closer so you guys can stare at them for a minute and see if there's anything that stands out to you, and then use your own intuition to see what you get from it. Sorry, my slippers are under the table. I'm just sliding them on too. So the mouse and the buttercup. The quail and the gooseberry. And the horse and the bluebell. And again, these are from the deck Woodland Wardens by Jessica Rue. So those are your 3 cards for today. I don't want to put them in the wrong order. Like that. Although I know everything looks backwards until I flip this and put it on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, if you haven't already, please go there. And even if you don't watch any of my old lives, just like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that I have more than 6 subscribers. And yeah, so because Facebook only keeps these videos for 30 days. So all my other ones are up on YouTube. Next Sunday is going to be St. Patrick's Day themed. So hopefully I will be in a happier mood, even though we always have to be grateful for what we have and send prayers out to those who have less than us or are going through hard times like war. So I love you guys and thanks for tuning in. Think about the 5 things that you're grateful for today. And yeah, I don't know if I'll get this posted on YouTube today because I'm going to sew that backpack and then maybe chill before bedtime. All right. I love you guys and we'll see you next Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. And yes, Auntie Diane, I will tell my family that we're coming in May and then we'll make plans. Okay. Bye. Oh, Auntie Diane said bye. See you next Sunday.